Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Great League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Double Normal! And the first normal type on this very powerful ABB style Double Normal backline comes in the form of Obstagoon. Obstagoon is seeing some increased effectiveness, in the Open Great League, as with its Dark Normal typing, it proves to be the ultimate answer to all the strong ghost types in this meta. And also on this team, completing the back line on the safe swap is good old Vigoroth. Vigoroth is an amazing safe swaps, one of my favorite safe swap options in the Great League, because it can really pressure shields and health on your opponent with that body slam spam. Vigoroth is here to draw out any fighters that may be lurking in the back so that Ariados can handle the fighter. Ariados, I have not run this Pokemon in a while on this channel in the Open Great League, and I always have a very fun time with it. It provides nice coverage for the very strong fairies in this meta, as well as the fighters. Ariados will be an amazing lead. But before we dive into the featured set of the video, we are starting things off with some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go. Speaking of fighters, perhaps the best fighter in the Open Great League, Medicham, we've got on the lead here. Gonna go for a lunge on the Medicham and slowly but surely lower the attack, which will allow us to take less damage on our spider here. So I usually will get off a lunge and shield up the first move. That could have definitely been a psychic, and one debuffed psychic is still a lot of damage for Ariados. So we go for lunge number 2, and we know that this is just an ice punch. They must be running power punch ice punch, which I've been seeing quite a bit of lately. And they aggro swap into a Bastiodon. It's Obstagoon time. You never want to safe swap Bastiodon for this reason right here, guys. There are too many powerful counter users in this meta that can always be lurking in the back on your opponent's team. Bastiodon is not a good safe swap, but here we are. They go for the flamethrower. I would imagine because they want to have some health left for Medicham to farm, but it is not working out for them. We're going to go for cross chop number 2, and I do imagine they let this go, and they do. So we are now even on shields, and they come back in with the Medicham, of course. But Ariados put in a lot of work on that Medicham, and we draw the second shield. So that leads me to believe that there may be a second steel type in the back. So we now have a shield advantage. We got their last shield. We say bye-bye to Medicham, and oh, it's a Sableye. Interesting alignment on this classic Great League team. Generally, you see it with Basti on the lead, which is what I would recommend if you're going to run it with Sableye and Medicham. But they led with Medi, and here we are. Sableye, no shields. We're going for that big bulldoze on the little goblin here. And this is just about lights out. This is why Double Normal can be quite powerful. There are so many Sableyes in the Great League. We are just going to chip with a body slam, but it is all but over. All we have to do is shield up whatever move they throw on our Ariados, and Ariados will definitely seal the deal against the little old Sableye here. All we need is a resisted poison, cross poison to get rid of this Sableye here, as we say bye-bye to the little goblin. Ariados closing it strong, cleaning up the end game. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Double Normal, always a fun time, especially when they come in the form of Vigoroth and Obstagoon. You don't get much better, but here we go. Terrible lead in Shadow Swampert. The reason why it's a bad lead is because we lose CMP tie and Swampert outpaces to those hard-hitting Shadow Hydro Cannons. So we actually throw Vigoroth in immediately. They hit us with a big Hydro Cannon before making a play into an Alolan Ninetales running Powder Snow. So it's good to draw this out. It's not running Charm, so it's not as bad for Obstagoon. And we're actually going to let this go. We go down with loaded energy. That is okay. We don't want to give them an early shield advantage here. So, of course, going to come back in with Ariados here. And we maybe could have farmed up a little extra, but I really didn't want to get risk getting into the baiting game with this Alola Ninetales, as it can run Psyshock. You never know, and they do come back in with the Swampert. This Swampert is a little healthy, so we're going to play this out a little bit. We want to get off some damage on the Shadow Swampert, but I don't imagine they let that happen, as Shadow Swampert can be quite squishy in the Great League, and of course they do shield. So because we got off that debuff, Ariados has some sneaky good bulk. It's not as glassy as you would think. And we tried to get off lunge number 2, but they catch that. Nice catch onto an Umbreon. Umbreon's probably one of the few Pokemon that you can catch super effective damage on, as it is about as bulky as it gets. So we farmed up a little extra. We wanted to bank a move, and we tried to catch the foul play on the Obstagoon, but it looks like they're running Dark Pulse. And they didn't go for a last resort. So guys, do not, please, for the love of all things, guys, do not run Psychic Umbreon. For reasons like this, there is nothing more demoralizing than finding your Community Day Psychic Umbreon locked onto a strong Dark type like Obstagoon. It is quite miserable. And we do take it out with our Goon while also grabbing a shield advantage. This is the power of Obstagoon in the Open Great League. It can absolutely go on a rampage. That Night Slash doesn't quite KO, but we banked a move. Going for the combo plays, we say bye-bye to the annoyingly spammy Swampert. Obstagoon and Ariados tag teaming that Swampert to close the game strong. You'd love to see it. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I'm telling you guys, double normal with Ariados it proved to be quite effective in the Great League. For reasons like this, we get a Venusaur lead. They make a play in the wall rain, and it is Obstagoon time if I've ever seen it. Oh, you love to see these large, cuddly walrus safe swaps in the Great League when you have 2 counter users in the back. And this is where Cross Chop is really nice for these wall rains and the steel types and the dark types. Cross Chop just provides excellent coverage for Obstagoon. And they are going to go for Icicle Spear number 2. Rank 2, Obstagoon tanks that, no problem. And we're going for the full farm down. And they have a Talonflame in the back, so gonna look to chip with a Night Slash. They did get through and Incinerate. I was expecting that Venusaur to come back in, threw us a curveball here, so we come in with Vigoroth, and they swap in the Venusaur in top left. I don't think that was quite over. Maybe a bit premature, but good game. Well played nonetheless. Had a blast with those bonus battles. As we move into the featured set of the video, we are met with an awful lead, the Nightmare lead, Galarian Stunfisk. We go immediately into Vigoroth. We have an energy lead, and they make a play into a Shadow Grand Ball. We did get a slight energy lead. We do have back-to-back body slams, and Grand Ball is not known for its bulk, so of course they do shield, but we've got another one locked and loaded for this Shadow Charmer here. And gonna go for body slam number 2. That does loads of damage to the Shadow Grand Ball, and we simultaneously KO. Very tricky. We have a shield advantage, and we are waiting down, and we're coming in with Goon, expecting the Stunfisk, and they quickly top left as they realized they did not get the alignment they wanted. I suspect there was another fairy in the back. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Telling you guys, double normal in the form of Vigoroth and Obstagoon was really putting in the work in these battles. And here we go, awful lead in Altaria. We make an aggressive play into Vigoroth, and they meet us with a Toxicroak. So I'm reading that this is the newest Altaria team that has emerged in the Great League, and it's generally with Altaria lead, Toxicroak, and Registeel in the back. So we are playing with that in mind. Gonna shield this because we want to put the pressure on this Toxicroak. I don't imagine they let this go, but we are still even on shields, and that is okay. They're gonna look to farm us down. So, gonna come back in with Ariados. I'm reading that there is a Registeel in the back. Not too many places for Ariados to go with this team. Unfortunately, it's a little rough. Hard countered on the lead, hard countered on the swap. You love to see it, guys. So we are spamming our switch button, fully expecting that Altaria, and they've got a Jellicent in the back. So I'm thinking this may be doable. There's a very slight chance. We have to play perfectly, guys. And it does look like the Jellicent is running Bubble Beam, which is also working in our favor, because we are virtually taking no damage from this fast move pressure, and the bubble beams don't do a whole lot of damage. So we want to get this Jellicent relatively low while also maximizing our energy management. So they are debuffing us, but the important thing to do here is to load up on energy for that Altaria. We are seeing Ariados is dead weight, so we are putting all of the chips in the Obstagoon corner. They make an aggressive play back into that Altaria, so we come in with the Ariados to tank that damage. And now, guys, it is all up to our 50% health Obstagoon to maybe pull this off. We grab that final shield, and we get the boost. Holy smokes. Now I'm really thinking this might be doable. I was still a little unsure, but Obstagoon got that patented Boostagoon boost courtesy of Night Slash. You love to see it, guys. We're going for Night Slash number 2 on this very tanky Altaria, and our health is getting low. Obstagoon counters down the Altaria. They've got that low health Jelly, and we get to the Night Slash. Holy smokes, guys. Obstagoon is insanely powerful in the Great League for reasons like that. My goodness, 50% Obstagoon taking out a full health Altaria and a Jellicent with a shield to spare. You don't get much better than that. That's going to be a good game. Well played. My goodness, Obstagoon absolutely put in the work in that last battle. You love to see it, but what you don't love to see is a lead like this when you're running Ariados. We had a Shadow, Kanto Ninetales. Awful lead, guys. The leads were absolutely brutal in this set. Oh, I call this the gauntlet set, guys, because we were getting non-stop hard counter leads in this set, but that just speaks to the power of this team, guys, being able to play out of lead losses. But we are met with a Jellicent here. We safe swapped into Vigoroth, and they met us with a Jellicent. And this Jellicent is running Bubble Beam. They go for Bubble Beam number 2, and we are going to load up on energy a little bit. As they get to Bubble Beam number 3, oh, there's nothing more annoying than Bubble Beam Jellicent. Oh my goodness, they just Bubble Beam you into oblivion, but that is okay. Gonna go for another Bulldoze, and now the play here is to load up on energy. They will get to another Bubble Beam, but we have loaded up on energy. We have 2 of our charge, or we have nearly... back-to-back, body slams. My goodness, I need another cup of coffee. But we have loaded energy is the point, and we wanted to swap out to clear those debuffs in the Obstagoon, and they meet us with a Wall Rain. So it looks like they're going all in on that Shadow Ninetales, as it would make perfect sense to save that for our bug type Ariados, and that is okay. We've been debuffed yet again by that Jellicent before they came in with the Wall Rain. So our counters and cross chops are not doing as much damage, which forces us to shield. I don't like giving my opponents the early shield advantage, but there's not a whole lot we can do about that. We have to preserve Obstagoon and try and make something happen. We know that we've got loaded energy on Vigoroth. Our Obstagoon is getting low, but as we saw in that last battle, Obstagoon on low health can put in the work. So we aggro swap to combo play, put the pressure on this K9, and they shield. Slight misplay there. As we could have gotten to 2 body slams and put even more pressure on the Ninetales, but that is okay. We got a little over-aggressive there going for the big bulldoze, and we tanked this damage on Ariados. Ariados dead weight yet again, unfortunately. Not too many places to go on this team as well. Gonna just take out this Jellicent with a resisted cross poison. And we are getting low, and we get to another cross poison. This is huge. This will either do loads of damage to this K9 or grab the final shield. That is amazing. Obstagoon has nearly 2 Night Slashes. We go for Night Slash number 1. And we get another boost. Not as necessary as in that last battle, but it's always nice to see. Obstagoon coming in clutch yet again on low health. Closing yet another end game. I'm telling you guys, if you weren't sold on Obstagoon before this video, hopefully you are now. That's going to be a good game. Well played. My goodness, Obstagoon really stole the show in so many of these battles, but here we go. Shadow Vic lead. You would think that seeing a lead like this, we would be jumping for joy, but this is a very tricky team. If you guys are unaware, Shadow Vic leads almost always compared with either a Medicham or a Defense Form Deoxys. We draw out the DD version of this team, and it also always has a Basti in the back. So we knew that when we saw the Shadow Vic lead. We knew that there was a Basti in the back, and we knew that there was either a DD or a Medicham in the back. We wanted to draw that counter user out with our Vigoroth so that Obstagoon could maybe pull off another miracle here. We are banking on there being a Bastiodon in the back for sure. So we draw out the counter user here, going to come back in with Ariados and shield up the fully powered Psycho Boost. And look to load up on energy a little bit and go for the cross poison here. This will be more than enough to take it out. But the reason why we're still a little bit nervous here is because we are expecting that Basti to come in for sure. So, yet again, Obstagoon's going to have to put in overtime. There's the Basti, and we go into Obstagoon. And of course, they meet us with that Shadow Vic. Very awkward team to deal with, both awkward and very annoying, but we are going to make do here. They grab our final shield, going to go for a Night Slash and for sure get their shield, but we get the boost. Holy smokes, guys, Obstagoon gets yet another Boostagoon boost. You love to see it. Gonna say bye-bye to that annoying Shadow Vic, and can low health Obstagoon pull off another miracle, guys? We're going for this boosted cross chop on the Bastion. Oh, that does loads of damage. Can we counter it down? Oh, we can't quite counter down. At this moment, I'm thinking, come on, Ariados, hang on. You snuck through a poison sting. Hang on, buddy. And we do hang on as that poison sting damage registers. Taking out the Basti. That was a sweaty one, but we pulled it off in the end. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh, it's always super satisfying taking out that very annoying Shadow Victory Bell team. You'd love to see it, but here we go. Jirachi lead. We don't like seeing Confusion users on the lead, so we make a play into Vigoroth, and they beat us with a Scrafty. So, gonna make do here with this. Gonna go for the first body slam here, and they are overloading by quite a bit. They are at foul play energy, and I'm thinking if they want to one-shot us with foul play, we might have a shot, but they go acid spray. Very interesting. You don't often see acid spray on Scrafty. Gonna go for another body slam. I was thinking that if we could shield up a foul play, we could maybe flip it, but that was not happening. So we're forced to come back in with Ariados, and of course, they come back in with the Jirachi, running Confusion. This thing is part Psychic, so this lunge does quite a bit of neutral damage as we aggro swap into our Obstagoon. So, they had one Dark type in the back. I'm thinking if there's another Dark type in the back, we can do okay, but no. It's a Defense Form Deoxys, and this is absolutely horrible. I don't know what this team does with a Trevenant lead or a Sableye lead. They're ABA weak to ghost types. There's nothing more frustrating than losing to terrible ABA teams, poorly constructed teams. It is awful. They go for the Rock Slide here. It's not trending in the right direction, my friends. And we are going to look to get rid of it with a cross poison, but they shield, and they're going to get to a fully powered Psycho Boost, which of course does super effective damage to us with our poison typing, and they take us out. Oh, couldn't quite pull that one off. That's okay. You can't win them all, my friends. That is the team. How about Ariados double normal, guys? This team was so much fun and extremely effective, playing out of non-stop hard counter leads. You know a team is solid when you can do that. Oh, I had a blast with this team. I always have fun whenever I can run Ariados. And the two Pokemon in the back absolutely put in the work in the Open Great League. It was a thing of beauty. So Ariados on the lead is going to protect our two normal types in the back from the very strong fighters. And the two Pokemon in the back running counter as their fast move will protect Ariados from the very strong steel types. Classic ABB style team. Ariados and Obstagoon make for a solid core, as Ariados also protects it from the Charmers. Very solid and fun team. Guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.